So this is my friend Andre reading it. So rusty trombone is when a guy gets a rim job and a hand job at the same time from one person, specifically one person. Looks like the giver is playing a trombone with a rusty brown mouthpiece.
Oh, no, hold on. Sorry, James walked in right when you were saying. Does Australian university count for anything?
Yeah, man, we got one of the top 50 universities in the world.
Whoa, top 50.
Top
Holy
50.
shit.
Do you know how many universities there are in the world? Lots.
No, I don't. I'm gonna guess
49.
2078.
Four is good number.
That's like me trying to guess how many lakes there are in Canada.
Yeah.
How many lakes are in Canada?
Yeah. Dre, what's up? How many lakes are in Canada if you had to guess?
Number. Her improv skills are probably top notch.
Oh no, this
Probably
is not improv.
top
This is
notch.
just this is if she's allowed to stay in Canada for another day. That's it.
Yeah, this is Justin's residency test, citizenship test.
That's right. The answer is a ton. There is a lot.
There's a lot.
And on that note, welcome back everybody to another episode of Chummy Thumbs.
Dum, dum,
Hey,
dum, dum, dum.
put it up if you got it. Oh, you got it. What's up? Boys, I've missed you.
My hands are so sweaty, I almost dropped that.
It
That
is
would've been
hot.
No.
It's roasted.
Yeah, I was like, here, let me hold my mug. Don't worry
Yeah.
about the handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, dum dum
Yeah.
dum dum dum. Here's a white mug.
When I just actually had to run out there, the AC's going, but not in the room where I'm recording because we're out of studios this week. And it was so nice. It was so nice. It's like walking into a cooler and then come back in here and just sweating it out.
Hey, do you have a AC in your place?
Yeah, but it doesn't reach the upstairs for some reason. So you got a nice cool main floor, and then you walk up the stairs and you hit like a biodome of heat. It's just you're like, ugh. And then of course I'm in this little dinky toy box of a closet, and there is zero airflow here. I've got a little fan on my feet, but I'm like,
Nice.
Hayden, if he goes quiet at some point in this episode, he's passed out.
it's passed out. Yeah,
Hydration.
I'm just waiting for hydration to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a can here that I'd like to do a Justin for just a second.
Wait, so no tea? There's no hot tea tonight for you, hey?
Oh, he totally just talked over your. Oh, he's got. Oh,
I've got an unopened
Let's
one.
go.
I was gonna save it, but it's not as good because we're not in person. But yeah, you
But I also
talked
couldn't
over
hear
my
any-
Pepsi.
Yeah, Shao, you talked right over his chicka.
Did you hear it? I didn't hear anything.
I heard, and then you say something.
Oops.
I think.
Well, just chug that and open, and then
Yeah. Just open another one.
I don't have another one. How good are your Foley skills, guys? Ready? Single hand. Glug, 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 glug.
Okay.
I
What's
probably
your-
chose the wrong beverage to drink because it's very bubbly and we're recording. So,
No, that's okay. That's totally fine.
except when I go to edit it and it's like, what's that on the track?
So what's it? Let's not wait. What's the tea bag?
Okay. I'm gonna have to put the microphone down, free up my hands because
Oh, it looks like.
Basement.
Yeah. Can you come closer to the microphone for a sec? Closer, further away. Yeah.
There we go.
I'm not as good as handling subs as someone else.
Shao's a master subber.
Master subber. He's good at making them grow various sizes too. All right, today, folks.
Who is it?
20 questions. Who it is?
Is it Edix?
No.
Wait, hold on. Is this someone that we would know?
Oh no, it's not. I don't even know how to pronounce.
No.
I don't even know how to pronounce this one. I thought it was Aristotle. I had an Aristotle one the other day, and I saw the A, and I was like, okay, I know this one.
I'm gonna stop reading now. Must be Aristotle.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay. From a small seed, a mighty trunk may grow.
That's it.
That's it. And I'm going to spell this out to you guys and see if you can write it down and see if you can pronounce it. A E S C H Y L U S.
I gotta be honest with you. I stopped listening the second you said H.
You're one of those people, aren't you?
What do you mean? You mean somebody who says the fucking letter properly? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me.
The letter is, what sound does the letter make?
No, I refuse to answer.
See, because I'm right.
Gaslighting.
It's a H, so it's a H. It's not an A sound. It's not H.
This is what
So
they
do
this is the kind of
all-
stuff that they're coming to get you. Hear that?
I'm south of the border. They don't know where I am.
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff they teach you in Australian universities. That's why they're top 50.
Hey, we're all part of the Commonwealth. We're all learning the same British English.
Have you?
You're just like, change the subject.
No, I was just gonna say this. I mean, no, I can't talk about this. It's gonna make me too angry.
Yeah, but
Because you
that's
don't
why.
pronounce every letter and every word like it's spelt anyways. So
Like that video I sent today. Did you not?
did
I
you
only
send a
send-
video today?
I sent it. Maybe I only sent it to my brother, but it was about a guy who doesn't speak English, saying why he was singing a song on what it's like a British show called 8 out of 10 Cats. I don't, if you've ever seen it, it's freaking hilarious. But he was like, why is English like the worst language to learn? Because certain groupings of letters will sound differently depending on the other letters around it. So
Great
the
story.
trouble, big gulps, eh?
Big gulps, eh?
I just want to say thanks for not sending that one to us. Appreciate. No.
It's much better than the guy sings it and it's hilarious. It's probably sitting in the Chummy Thumbs chat, or I sent it to Shao and he just hasn't watched it. Or I just sent it to my brother and I was like, yeah, everybody saw this. Everybody knows what's going on.
I got to tell you, you could have, but I've been so preoccupied. We've been repainting our place, which honestly is kind of like watching a train wreck. It's been a fucking pretty
Mesmerizing.
no, like I
can't look
it's-
away.
yeah, but not I guess.
Are you painting everything?
So we decided that's the goal. I don't know if we want to keep our marriage, if we will go any further than the kitchen. I kid, but I said when we move on and start doing the living room and up, I was like, I'm just going to send everybody away for a week and I'm going to do it myself because it's really hard to do with 3 kids and a dog because we did the stairwell coming up to the entryway and kitchen, the entry and the stairwell going up to the living room. But it's like a high traffic and it's summer and the kids always want to be in and out and they can't touch anything. I'm like trying to, tape everything off and like protect everything. And then at one point, like the dog comes and lays in her corner that she always lays, but it happens to be like against the wall that we just painted. Didn't notice it right away. And then it was like, oh my God, Poppy, like, what are you doing? Like, move. So she like jumps up because she's like, holy shit, like energy level 12, like get out of here. And she's like got fucking paint all on the side of her. And then because there's paint all over the floor, because sometimes Kate will be painting and then dip the paint and then just kind of look at the paint for a while as the paint's just fucking like
perfect.
dripping. So the dog like runs through all this and then we're like, and she's like doesn't know if she should be playing or if she's in trouble. She's very confused. So there's fucking just dog, and then she runs up the carpet in the living room, and we end up chasing her outside. But then there's like dog paint footprints all throughout the house. She's just gonna have a white spot on her for a while until she gets a haircut. That was like the first 3 hours, dude. It's been quite an adventure to say the least.
Are you guys planning to paint your kids' rooms? Are you gonna do like murals and stuff?
You know
what I mean? Or just solid color, like kind of.
Fuck, man. Honestly, I think we're just gonna end up going solid, and then if they want to design it some way with just art or whatever, then they can. We talked about, I'd go maybe give them a choice in a lighter color if they want a different tint or something. But
accent walls?
Yeah, the thing is, if you go dark, like if you want to change it after, it's so much more work. Because if you go a dark color, then it requires more priming and all that, this and that, to get it back to a lighter color so that you can then match it. And if we just do everything the same color throughout, which I know is very vanilla, but then it's just one paint, and touch-ups are easier if you ever have to touch up. So we'll see when we get there, because they're on the top floors. So we're kind of just working our way up. But
right.
I don't know.
Right. Have you guys been following? Okay, well, surprise, we don't record and put out episodes, live or whatever you want to call it. But this might come out way later past the fact. But have you guys keeping up with the Olympics at all?
Yes, I wanted to talk about this. I'm not fully up. Oh, I got some creaking going on.
Perfect.
Oh, hey. Hey, don't mind me. Can I help you with something? Oh. Yeah. Oh, that. Say hi, Elsie. Say hi. Oh, no. That door opens, letting all that cool air in. It's nice. Can you close the door, sweetie? I love you. I can't hear you. Good night. The babies?
Take your headphone off. Listen to your
You just rather listen to us not speaking. We're just like,
I can't.
No, she was talking loud.
I
think they're in the belly.
The house is on fire. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Figure it out.
I'll see you in the morning.
Holding a knife. I can't hear you. Go.
I love you. Good night. Bye.
Shut the door. Figure it out. Yeah. He's safe. Yeah. Love you. Aw. Yes.
What? So Elsie just gave you what? Who are you protecting?
I don't know what just happened. I don't know.
Did she not just give you a doll to ask you to protect?
No, I gave her a doll. I'm in her room. She is sleeping because she hasn't been sleeping in here anyway. She's been sleeping with James in his room because the AC doesn't reach her room. So it's just too hot. Yeah. So I was like, I'll record in her room.
Yeah. No, so what I was saying before is today is, I don't even know what day of the Olympics it is, but today was the day that was the 100-meter dash.
It's a dash now.
The men's final.
Was DeGrasse in it?
DeGrasse?
That Canadian fella?
No, Neil deGrasse Tyson? No, he didn't.
I know. Yeah.
He would have used physics to win that race. He's like, I've already finished this race first.
I did this race a year ago.
And the time space continuum
Andre
has
DeGrasse,
folded over its own self.
Our Canadian sprinter, bro. Come on.
Did he even make the Olympics?
He was a fucking flag bearer.
Oh, what does it mean he made him? He won bronze last time, didn't he?
Maybe he's just running like beside everybody with the flag.
Yeah.
Like, remember when I used to do this?
I'm the cheer squad.
The final.
No, in terms of events, you're okay. In terms of events, I think usually for Summer Olympics, people do gravitate towards track and field stuff. There's definitely stuff I don't care to watch. Hope I don't offend anyone, but let's face it, they're not always very entertaining. I don't really care as much about the field events. You know,
Not even the French pole vaulter.
The discus javelin stuff or hammer throw. Even though hammer throw, we just won gold today. Canada won gold in hammer throw. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry, are you recording? Should I not say anything, Justin? Are you gonna watch? Did you record these?
I record all the Olympics. I've always been a more winter guy. I'm sort of like you. The summer ones, I'm very specific on what I like. But since I don't know, just as I've gotten older, I was so excited for the Olympics this year, and a lot of it too with Jocelyn being in gymnastics. So if you know the individual finals, we haven't watched that yet. We've watched all the team stuff, but no, I've been big into it. But I don't care too much to watch the like javelin and shot put. I mean, I like to watch the Canadians for sure, but you know, I'm certainly not going to be thrown off if you tell me they won.
Yeah. There's obviously some headlines and storylines so far. We're only a week in, pretty much, week and a bit. And something I just read, maybe was it yesterday, about what's the event called where they have to swim, bike, and run?
The triathlon.
Triathlon. And they had to postpone that a few times because of the water quality in the river. Right?
Yeah.
And they spent a crap load of money trying to clean it up prior to the start of the Olympics. And anyway, today I saw a post. I think they went ahead and did the race. And some of the people said when they were swimming, they saw things that were just disgusting. The water is disgusting. And it was tested with E. coli. There's E. coli in the water. And there's a still of someone just vomiting. One of the athletes is vomiting after coming out of the water. And yeah, that's not a really good look for the host country.
They should have had a backup plan because that was a big issue going into it. And like you say, they spent millions and millions and millions of dollars to try and get it. But it's like an old city, right? Like I think it's like an overflow if there's too much, like their septic can end up going into the river because Paris is obviously a very old system. So how their sewer system and like water system drain, gray water and all that is like designed. It's old school. So
there's so much, so much trash. It's insane that so the storyline today, of course, one of the bigger events was the 100-meter dash. Now, Justin, I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you know who won, correct?
I don't know who won.
Let's get this topic.
No. Go for it.
So the story is that so the American, his name is, I believe, Noah Lyles.
Gives a shit. Oh, Lyles.
Yes, Noah Lyles. Yeah, who gives a shit? So he was, there's a controversy with him before because I think he was made famous not only because he's a brilliant runner, but sprinter. He also said something about how, so when the NBA finals came out and was done with, he said some comments about why they're kind of celebrating the way they are because they're celebrating as if they're the best in the world.
Yes, right? I remember these comments actually. Yeah.
So something along I'm paraphrasing, don't quote me on it, but essentially he's saying, well, why are they celebrating that? They're not the best in the world. They're the best in the NBA, like in North America, but not in the world. So that means nothing kind of thing. You know what I mean? They're kind of downplaying the fact that they just beat people in North America when there's other players or whatever you want to say, right? So there's a lot of NBA players saying, but NBA is the best league in the world, and you have to make the NBA you can make the NBA in different countries if you're good enough and all that stuff. So it technically is the best league in the world, that kind of stuff. So he was a little bit under fire for that. But the storyline today was that I think 2 years ago at another tournament, he lost a race to a fellow from Jamaica by 0.02 seconds, I believe it was. And there's a photo of the Jamaican crossing the line while staring at him, like a stare down, as he's crossing the line. So Noah Lyles said, I'm going to remember this on X. He said, I'm going to remember this. see you in Paris in 2 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a storyline leading up to it. There's another Jamaican guy that's actually favored to win. He looks like a freaking beast.
Mhm.
And the race was really, 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 really close. So Noah had a kind of a bit of a slow start, and then he caught up and he won it, and he won by 0.005, like 1/1000th of a second.
Yeah.
You know, it was literally a photo finish thing. And so that was a huge thing. And they do the intros now. You know how it's like lane 1, you see like they do like and like what would you do? Lane 2, Justin Turnbull.
Uh,
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Lane 3 representing Australia, Hayden Woodhead.
sorry, did you say Special Olympics?
And I'm running with the big dogs.
Sorry, I just had a hard time imagining Hayden in the 100-meter. I know.
You've never seen me run, have you?
But it's so
I'm a
intense.
sprint. I am a sprinter.
They walk out and they have. I think
Love you.
the intro to the whole event took like 10 minutes. It's like
Just a big event.
It's a huge thing, but usually is one of the bigger events of the games, right?
Here's my gold chain.
It's sort of it's probably the big track draw, like the 100-meter, the 200-meter, and the 100-meter relay. I think are probably the biggest track draws.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Which is insane when it's over in less than 10 seconds. It's like, I'm going to pay thousands of dollars to watch this primo event. That's
Well, you know what? For the women, it's actually a little bit over than 10 seconds.
hey, evolutionary.
Hey.
To be on their side, evolutionary. They're progressing faster than the men in terms of lowering their time. So
I like this, Aiden. I like how you're trying to backtrack.
Well, it's because they're allowed
Your
to now.
sexism.
Before they were.
they're allowed to, so
Yeah.
they're actually accessible to like training and stuff. So now they're like, yes, we can do it.
Of course, they're going to accelerate faster.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've seen my 3 biggest. I don't know, highlights or sort of memorable things from our. Did you see? And this is what I love / hate about the internet. Okay, because as soon as something happens, people just start saying stuff, and you think it's true, and then you find out later it's not. So did you see the the French pole vaulter guy?
Yeah, the dong.
yeah. So it's this guy. Did you see it?
I mentioned it earlier. You guys obviously weren't listening to me.
No, I
It was
don't
like
think
you're like, we don't really like the track and field stuff, and I was like, not like the French pole vaulter, and you're all like, la 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 la. That guy, the boss is talking. We just won't listen to him.
That's what
No,
you
you gotta talk louder. You just gotta hold that mic closer.
You're just like everybody else is like,
Ugh.
oh, he's talking. I like the sound of his voice. I don't like what he's saying though, so I'll just tune it out.
Yes, yeah. What was that though?
What?
Okay, so
Just
you have
talk to
seen
him.
it.
Yeah,
First of all, I want to just say impressive. Second of all,
Right.
that's really right. Dre, what do you think? That's pretty impressive, hey? I'm not talking about the jump. I'm talking about the microphone he was holding in his.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's nodding. Very.
Is she?
wasn't there
Is she-
also a diver that was also?
Don't make this weird, Hayden.
Mushroom
A diver-
Stamp Master?
A diver who got hung up on his junk.
No, everyone was like,
are you talking about the 2 divers, one long and one wang or something like that? Wasn't there like a long and wang or something like that? Or I can't remember what it was.
I don't know, but yeah, it was a synchronized diving.
Diver.
It would have made quite a big
Diver.
splash if he'd entered the water wrongly. So
Yeah. No,
deducted
but
points.
at first, when I heard about the pole vaulter guy and watched the video, they're like, he lost out on his Olympic medal because of his penis. And I don't know if you watch it. The commentators were having a hard time figuring out what to say in that situation. You know what I mean? It's kinda
Trying to
like-
remain professional.
Yeah, trying to remain professional, but also being like, holy shit, like that guy just got his cock hung up on the pole and lost out. But I guess it was just a qualifying. It wasn't even the medal
wasn't
round.
a
It
medal.
was just so it's still hilarious, but it was kind of, that's what I love and hate about the internet. You just don't really know. You really have to double check everything,
Yeah.
I need to send you guys a video because this is the difference between Canadian commentators who are trying to be professional and Australian commentators who don't give a shit. But there's a video.
Right, yeah, his fucking cock got hung up on that thing, mate.
They would have made a whole scene about
it. Of it.
Oh,
there's another thing. There's another thing where there was a sprinter from Hong Kong. Fuck, I'm not okay. From Hong Kong. His last name is Diu, and Diu. If I say it in Cantonese, is Diu, which is like a swear word. It's like fuck, and so that became a thing too in the internet because like during the intro, the 10-second thing where it pans at him. His name is there, and he's like he did this thing where he goes like he like points to his and just and so like people send it to me and people fact checked it too. It's like, yeah, he's an actually Dre sent it to me. and she fact checked it too. It's like, this is a real person. She sent me the link. So that's, yeah, you're right. People do have to check because it could be easily like a manipulated photo. But when you have people like Dre over here that always does, needs to check on these things. Yeah, so he became almost like instant hit kind of thing. But he didn't even qualify. It was just like a moment in
right.
This before semis or something.
Can Dre be our resident research team?
That's why. Yeah.
Okay. The other.
Then she can look up this video that I was talking about that you didn't let me finish my story on.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, sorry.
Cricket video. This guy gets hit in the balls 3 times in a row, and the commentating staff just. They lose it. They just like end up laughing at this guy because he's mic'd up as well, and he's just like, "Oh no!" They have like a cup. They have a cup on, but if you're getting hit in the gonads with like 100-km/h fastball, it's still gonna hurt. But like watching the commentators. They start off good, then they progressively just start laughing, and then it happens a 3rd time, and then they're just losing it. I'm like, it's funny, yeah, but you're supposed to be like. Professional about it.
But, rules of 3,
Rules of 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's very comedic, yeah, especially he was playing it up, but I'm like, the dude, I don't care how protected you are, it's still going to hurt.
Oh my God. Especially because, after 2, you may have cracked the cup, depending on how hard that thing's coming.
I do want to say
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Hayden, please. I do want to say one more thing before.
That's what she said.
Dre, can you fact check that that's actually what she said, please? Thanks.
Hey, I had performance issues last week, and now I'm.
No, I wanted, while we're still on the topic of Olympics, I do think there is one event in particular that's a bit of a joke, which is the 3-on-3 basketball.
Yes.
I didn't even know that was a thing until today. I was like, the US are out of the 3-on-3 basketball. I'm like,
can you fact check 3-on-3 when became an Olympic sport? Is it?
It's got to be this year. Yeah. Okay, I thought it was a joke. Yeah.
First of all, like,
did Ice Cube have a hand in this?
Sorry, say again.
Yeah. So did Ice Cube have a hand in this?
But people were telling him to get involved because the U.S. team got destroyed by Netherlands, like 21 to, I can't remember, 5 or something like that.
Wow.
Can you tell us what year, Dre? 2020. So this is the second. Interesting.
So is that Tokyo?
Well, wait a minute. 2021? Does she mean? She's fired.
No, Olympics 2020
was for the Tokyo Olympics.
Oh, so so
they were still called the 2020 Olympics. Okay. All right, you're rehired.
Who won? Who won the? Does it say who won the gold medal for the men's 3x3 basketball? What you can read? What is that? Oh,
turn the mic around so she can talk into the mic.
Latvia nice. Won gold. Anyways, so the main point is the qualifying takes place during the NBA season. Okay, so the best players in the world can participate in this, and I think there is a rule where if you're still under NBA contract, you can't you can't participate, period. So they have these plugs essentially presenting Team USA who are horrible. They're horrible. They got destroyed. And so all the comments now are like, guys, like you have to, like USA has to do something about this, because this, you know what I mean? Is if you're doing an Olympic sport, you want to compete against the best. You want to have best athletes participating. And when it's not, this doesn't even feel like an actual event or a thing.
Well, and this brings up a whole nother topic in the Olympics. And because there's some people out there that don't think professional athletes should at all be competing, because the Olympics is supposed to be, it's the best of amateurs. And it's like, I don't agree with that. If I'm going to watch basketball or hockey or whatever sport, I want to see the best on best. Otherwise, what are we doing? You know, you might as well watch the Spangler Cup or some shit like that. You know, there's just, to me, there's
only, do you know that there's like only one sport that does still only send like its amateur players? Can you guess what
boxing?
Sport it is? Well, that, yeah, but
like team sport, you mean?
Team sport, yeah.
One team sport that does
rugby.
Nope.
No.
I don't know. I just guess it's cadence.
What am I always harping on about that's better than hockey?
And
football.
like,
Yeah.
Do they really?
They don't send the I think it's under 23s only. They're not, and then they're allowed a couple of like marquee players to kind of round it out.
Okay, so they do send professionals.
No, it's not like the full team. It's not the full team. If you had like all of the actual professional athletes playing, they would.
Sure. But why do they send the professionals? Otherwise, nobody would give a shit. Nobody would watch it. You have to have the professionals there in those big clubs. Yes. So,
but I find it funny that that's like the only sport that still doesn't do it. Like the rugby has their world players, the sevens have their world players, the basketball, not the 3-on-3, but the full ones.
Yeah.
So I always thought it was funny. I was like, why don't they send, like, I know that they just had Euros and Copa America and all that, but I'm like, it always, and like the tennis as well. Like they always have the top players there. It confused me. I don't understand the rules, so I will not.
You hit the ball over the net, and then the other person hits the ball over the net back to them, and then you keep going till somebody hits it out or into the net.
Does it have to be overhand or can it be underhand?
You could even go between the legs if you wanted.
Oh, what about around the net? Do you know that one?
Can you hit around the net?
Yeah.
No, it has to be inside these little thingies. But as long as it's inside the posts, but you can't go around it. You
can't cross
over
the axis, but you can hit around the net.
Like back at yourself.
No, say someone did like
by yourself.
Someone did like a slice drop shot, right? And it was bouncing, and the angle of it was perpendicular with the net, and it was going out. And if you were running it and you hit it around the net onto your opposing side, it would be a legal shot. As long as you don't touch the net, it's fine. I've seen it done a couple times.
I did not know that.
It doesn't happen often, but it is pretty cool to see when it does happen.
Nice. Another big takeaway, and maybe you guys have seen it because it's been circulating, is the silver medalist for the shooting, the turkey guy. So badass.
Yeah.
Have you looked into any of his story at all?
His actual story, or
just like about him and seen some of his post game or his interviews and shit like that.
Not really. I just kind of know that he's like a cat person. He's a kitty cat. He didn't wear anything in particular.
So
Wasn't he wearing
code for like hitman?
The guy looks like a total hitman. Everybody's got these like fucking like zoom in laser eye things and all this equipment. He's like standing there with his hand in his pocket, both eyes open. But
people look like cyborgs. They have like
I know.
So there should be categories like that. There should be
Yeah.
assisted and unassisted.
You just win them both. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll just go win the assisted one too.
Yeah.
But it's pretty funny because a lot of the athletes and stuff, you know, when you get to Olympic, the village and stuff, you're kind of like, oh, checking out your room, seeing what sort of goodie bags you got or party favors. I guess one of the first thing he asked is like where he could go hack a dart. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Where's the smoking section? And then anyways, after he was talking and they were asking him, you know, why he started to shoot, and he was saying how after he got divorced, he was just, which is like really kind of weird actually, like as a distressor, he just wanted to start shooting. Hopefully that's the case. I hope his ex-wife is still okay. But then I forget exactly what they asked him. Is there anything you want to say or something like that? And he said in Turkey, like in the Turkish language, whatever his wife's name is, like, I want my dog. I want my I want my dog back or something like that.
I did see that. Yeah.
It's just it's like, give me my dog back, or I want my dog back. Anyways, he just looks like such a chill dude. You know, he just like,
I want to be friends with him.
I know, right? Like this guy's got stories. I want to chat with this guy.
Yeah.
On the topic of still, you know, running with the Olympics topic, I just wanted to, you know, because primarily we're an educational show, that I just want to tell you guys some of the earliest events in, you know, Olympics history.
Poetry.
The first poetry, you say?
Yeah.
I've got a story. I'll tell you about it afterwards. Sorry. Continue.
The first Olympics, like the number one at 776 BC, there was an event introduced called Stade, Stade, or Stadion.
Can we guess what it is?
Please.
Okay. They had giant, my guess is like Colosseum style-esque. They had giant pillars, but they weren't very stable. And then you had to go up there and you had to stay on it longer than your other competitors. Well, they had endurance. Yeah. And then slowly they just kind of let more wild animals in to the Colosseum to maybe knock it over.
And then became like a big Jenga block thing.
Oh, yeah. Every once in a while, they
can you stay on top here? Why did I sound like Borat? I can stay the most on the top here.
I will say it's not 100% accurate.
That's what we're about. My thought, well, I don't. My brain went. You said it Stade.
Yeah, Stade or Stadion. Stadion, Stadion. It's the same thing. Stade or Stadion.
Oh yeah, Latin
to me that's like stadium.
On.
Yes, that's why I can see why you said you want to stay on the pillars. Correct. Yeah.
Mine is just like, is it like bricklaying because they're building a stadium that they have to compete in?
Free labor. Yeah. Okay, who can build us the best stadium?
That's a really, really smart way to like build. Yeah. We're gonna make an event out of this.
Yeah,
you slaves, you.
It's in Greece, wasn't it? The first
winner
modern
gets a
Olympics.
Gold medal. Yeah, I think you're correct.
Okay, let me read this. So, Stade was an ancient running event, and also the building in which it took place in, as part of the Pan-Hellenic Games, including the ancient Olympic Games. So it's just pretty much running. The event was one of the 5 major pentathlon events on the premier event of the Gymnikos Egon, which is a nude competition. So I think we should honor.
So the French pole vaulter would have been running a 3-legged race. Here we go. Hello. Justin is competing in the Stade.
I thought we said honor history.
Honor history.
Oh, look at that. It looks like I got a white wife. It looks like I got the same color tank top as Xiao.
Oh,
I'm not actually wearing a shirt right now. I'm just really pale.
Just really pale.
Just like the opposite of where your shirts normally are.
Yeah. And just to go through some of the stuff quicker, there's events like long distance racing, of course, wrestling, boxing, 4-horse chariot race,
They should
Interesting.
bring that back.
Bring that back.
Yeah.
Horse race.
Jigs.
Yeah. Boys stayed and wrestling. So just for the perverts out there, the
Like
boys will have
Greco-Roman wrestling.
You got hair on your balls. You're too old for this sport.
Yeah, correct.
Except the champion. The
boxing.
champion's not.
That's right.
There's a mule cart race, which I like to see.
Is that like the amateur? Is that the amateur chariot race? Mule cart.
It sounds so lame. It sounds like it would be, you know, when at sporting events and they're like during intermission or something, and then they get like the fucking babies out there and they have one parent on one side and one on the other. I feel like that would be mule racing. Like, come here. Oh.
Or like even that connects to this with the dogs. You know, have you seen that?
Yeah.
And then
Like
they're just competition for heralds and trumpeters. And then I wonder why that got taken out.
Six solo.
There's a lot to do with
trumpet
horse.
solo.
Anyways, back then, I guess.
Shao, you could have won a gold in that. You were a trumpeter.
I was a trumpeter.
I thought he played the rusty trombone.
No, that was me.
No, Hey played the trombone. He's a tromboner.
Hayden was the trombone rusty? Did you play a
that's
rusty
why
trombone?
I had to take a dose of medication because I got all these really bad cold sores. And
Hey Trey, can you help me research rusty trombone and look at images, please?
Yes. Can you give us the definition, Dre?
and an Urban Dictionary version of it.
Yeah.
And just a
Rusty
backtrack.
trombone.
Oh yeah, please, the Urban Dictionary version of it. No, I don't care. I don't want an actual image of a rusty trombone.
Just to backtrack my poetry comment. I don't know if you had seen it, but Pharrell was like, they need to bring back the artistic component of the Olympics. And I was like, what is he talking about? And it turns out it was an actual thing back in not the very, very first one, but they used to have artistic components, and they used to have like poetry was one of them. So you could win a gold medal for poetry. So I don't know what, like, I don't understand how you would do it these days. It's like, oh, who can compose the best song in the duration of the Olympics?
So stupid.
You've got 2 weeks to write a banging track, and we'll see who wins it.
Is that Pharrell? Did you say it was Pharrell? Fuck.
God.
He should, I can't say it on air, but that's the stupidest thing I've heard. Are you kidding me?
You want to say it and get Hayden to bleep it out for you after, or what?
Yeah. Listen, I think that would be sweet, but you can't make it an Olympic event because it's subjective. You need it like.
Well, they could just have a panel of judges like any other sport, like
break dancing.
Yeah,
break dancing is an Olympic sport this year.
They could have that. I mean, they have breakdancing underwater called synchronized swimming, so why not have it above water?
Break dancing underwater is synchronized.
It's the same thing.
Close enough. Close enough.
What do you do? I'm an underwater break dancer.
That does sound cool.
Where's that sheet of cardboard?
Did Dre get the definition?
Team, by the way,
yeah. Can she read it?
She refused to ask, and she refused to read it.
Can you do it as her?
Get nice and close to the microphone. Seduce the microphone.
So I can get your
She's really
one sentence.
She's really embarrassed too. Really embarrassed. She's shy.
When a guy. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So this is my friend Andre reading it. So rusty trombone is when a guy gets a rim job and a hand job at the same time from one person. Specifically one person. Looks like the giver is playing a trombone with a rusty brown mouthpiece.
Oh, no, hold on. Sorry, James walked in right when you were saying it.
Can you hear it? You can't
Dude,
hear it.
that's the worst time for you to walk in.
You can't hear that though, right?
No, thank God. But it was weird hearing you saying that and staring dead in the eyes.
He's like, mate, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. I was like, can you elaborate? What's up, James?
Example, the sentence example is Carol introduced Bob to the rusty trombone when she stuck her tongue in his ass and tugged on his cock. Thank you, research team Dre.
Thank you, Dre.
Oh, hey.
Hey, James.
They're saying hi. They're saying hi. Okay, hold on a sec.
Now we're gonna have to cut
Uh,
that part out of the video so that YouTube.
No, yep. No, I want to ask James something. Please.
Okay, Sha wants to ask you something.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
We have 10 minutes, guys.
Okay.
Yeah,
How's it
what is
going?
it?
Good. Good. I'm curious because actually Hayden over here and I are both subscribers to your YouTube channel. Okay.
I
And
think
we're
I know
both
what you're gonna ask.
Oh no.
I'm
What do you
very,
ask?
very eagerly waiting your next video. And when is that
Yeah.
gonna come out?
Oh boy.
Can we should plug his channel.
Why are you smiling, Sha?
I didn't say anything bad. No.
Because he thought he was doing a
Um,
good thing.
Tell your dad what I asked.
He said
What was the question?
they were subscribed, so they're asking when's the next video gonna be?
Oh snap! Well, you recorded
Well,
something.
I recorded something. We just gotta edit it, and then we'll probably post it.
Great. And I have one more question: is what color are you gonna paint your room?
White, I guess, because that's the only color that my parents will let me. AKA mom.
Oh, shit. Yeah, thank you.
Not him. Not him. My mom.
Yo, don't throw shade at
Mom.
mom. Don't throw shade at mom.
Okay, thank you. Hayden, do you have any questions for James?
No, you just asked both of them, mate. It's good to see you. You look well.
Here's
You
here-
too.
Well, since you're here, boys, you ask them a question now.
Do you guys believe in aliens?
Oh shit!
Whoa, that's
Nice.
yes.
this is a great topic for.
Okay,
Whoa.
hold on. This is a whole conversation. I gotta get on this.
Okay.
Yes,
I
I do.
Oh, did I?
I do.
Okay.
You?
Because aliens, they think they're their own species, and they think we're aliens.
That's correct.
So they could actually be asking the same question.
Yeah. Very bright kid. Very bright kid. I like this.
Very philosophical.
Thank you. I appreciate that question.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Oh, well, thanks for dropping in.
I'll just stay here.
Go play. Yeah, go play some. I don't know. What time is it? Go play some video games or something.
It's a holiday tomorrow. He's good.
He's summer break, man.
Oh,
yeah. We were up to like 2 the other night gaming.
3.
3? Yeah, he's up later than
3
me.
actually.
He did ask a good question. What have you guys personally kind of experienced, or not aliens, but UFOs or whatever that's kind of associated under this umbrella of the topic?
First of all, I didn't hear your guys' answers. Do you believe in aliens?
We both-
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Fuck no, man. We're the only intelligent species in the universe.
Well, listen.
And the world is flat.
Yeah.
That's what they teach you in
Exactly.
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Australia's at the
top
top.
50 Australia, top 50 universities in the world.
Australia's in the middle and the world revolves around us.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't not sober, but I have I do believe in that there has to be other life out there. I don't think there's any way that we could not, or that there could not be some form of life in the universe. Like even but as intelligent as humans, I don't know, because like just mathematically, the probability of humans, us, like having evolved to the state that we are, they say it's like 1 in I don't know how many billions of a chance. But then if you think, well, there's more, stars in the, viewable universe than there are grains of sand on Earth, like that's a lot of planets out there that could be like Earth and who even says you need to have a planet like Earth for something to live, So I to me, it seems like crazier to think that there wouldn't be some form of life out there. And I hope in my lifetime, like we can prove it and find it, because that would be fucking so cool.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen anything? Have you seen any UFOs kind of thing before?
No, unfortunately. But we were out here because there's that huge astrological event happening like this week coming. So there's a big meteor shower going on. So we were out on the deck because, no city lights out here, just looking at the stars, watching, like catching all of the shooting stars and whatnot. And then there is a visible, what is it? Like a visible freaking supernova explosion that we're going to be able to see in the sky relatively soon. Not a supernova, but it is something exploding in space that normally you can only see with a telescope, but you can see it with the naked eye in like the next week or so.
So can we see it from a telescope already? And that's how we know we're going to be able to see it, because otherwise, how can you predict a supernova? But I mean, if you can look like with James Webb far enough into the universe, then obviously you're seeing into the past, right? So is that how they know we're going to be able to see it?
I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to look into it more, but it is...
Fact checker.
Yep, fact checker, look it up. But they were able to determine scientifically how, like the time frame that we're going to be able to see it.
The back of her head, just this moment is incredible. I think she was able to see her brain.
She was checking in the archives if she already knew the answer.
Yeah. That's her. That's like, how Sherlock Holmes does this weird thing. He goes like, that's her. Just going back in her archives, like, and she got it.
Maybe she is an alien. We haven't seen her. We actually don't even know that there's somebody off screen right now. Yeah.
It is literally Shad just throwing his voice.
But Hayden,
my name is Dre.
Can you finish that thought?
Please, sorry.
Or you said you didn't know how they know it's coming?
Some scientists in France figured it out when like there's a specific time frame that it'll be visible. Alex knows more about it because she's actually been keeping track of it and she's sent stuff to me.
I trust Alex.
Yeah, so do I. But
I should hope so.
As for UFOs, I would love to be able to see one, and I follow like Tom from Blink-182. He's like to the stars stuff, and all the declassified FBI, CIA stuff on UFOs. And one of my favorite bands is the Foo Fighters, and that's the UFOs. Hey. I don't have any stories myself. My dad's had stories when he drove from Canberra to Perth, because you go across the Nullarbor, which is literally just a giant desert road.
The Nullarbor.
I don't have any specific UFO stories myself. I would like to say that I have been abducted in a field with cows. I mean, it's funny how he went from rusty trombones to UFO, sightings. Like, what's the correlation there?
Did you get probed?
No, I haven't been. We'll wait for Shao's story. Maybe
they could have wiped his memory.
Yeah, well,
you don't know.
We've just unlocked it.
You got Men in Black. Sorry, got lasered. Hold on.
Anyway, yeah, my dad one time if you drive from the East Coast to the West Coast, there's only one road, and it's the Nullarbor, which is like the middle of nowhere, Australia. It's literally just a road. There's not much along there except maybe like a gas station or something. But he told me a story. He's also told me ghost stories too. But driving along this highway, and then he's like, there was suddenly like these white silver like disc things just tracking in front of him as he was driving, and then all of a sudden, so it's all so that's his story, and that's as close as I've come because I have the same blood running through my veins. But
didn't he was like big into peyote and stuff too, wasn't he?
They don't have that over in Australia. Hey, we would have had something else, some like bush tucker, and he was like, "I'm gonna drive
bush
now.
tucker,
bush tucker, get some grubs out of the ground."
Oh man!
What about you, Shao? Have you ever been probed?
Not by aliens, but my alien story is that. No, I was again not an alien, but I guess a UFO thing where. This is actually close to 12 years ago. And back then, my friend, a good friend and I used to go down to we'd drive down to the beach, listen to music, and maybe smoke a few J's. And so...
Is Jay the third friend?
Correct.
Mary J.
premier drink. And then so we have a beach close by called Spanish Banks. It's up by UBC, and it looks into
Is that the nude beach?
West Van.
No, that's Rec.
Wait, you had that come very quickly. How'd you know that?
Well, it's
Everybody
common
in
knowledge for
Vancouver,
people.
yeah.
That's actually in the citizen
Well,
test.
looks like I'm not going to be a citizen. Better make sure I make that wedding happen.
But but we're looking into what is West Van across the water, and I'm sitting there, and then I suddenly see this star, and it's kind of pulsing, glowing, like there's no, I'm just making the noise. It's pulsing with brightness.
You're talking about a star?
Four or five pulses after, just the whole sky was lit up, and then just disappeared. And I think I saw a little bit of like a, same thing as what you were saying, like the flying away part. And I'm sitting there, it's hitting me. And I turned to my friend Gordon and I asked him, "Did you just see what I saw?" Because I was, maybe it's because I was feeling or what, I was high or whatever. And he said, "Wait, you saw that too?" And I asked him, "What did you see?" And he described the exact same thing. And so
Crazy.
It was just something I don't know what it could be or what it is, but I didn't know. It was, I don't know.
Have you ever tried to justify it to yourself? Like what it could be? Like, no, it must have been a satellite or something, or you know what I mean? Because sometimes when things happen like that,
I think it's only normal to try to make sense of something, but when I won't press too hard about what it could be. I think it's actually more fun to not really know sometimes about these kind of things. Yeah. So
the unknown.
Yeah.
Thank you, James, for this.
Yeah.
We could do a whole episode on this.
Can we quickly
literally
plug his channel? What is it, JT?
Silver Studs.
No space, no. I don't remember.
That's it. Capital S Silver, capital S Studs, no space. That's it.
Eagerly await Silver Studs' next video. Please help him edit it, damn it. Why don't you take us out, Justin?
Okay. Well, for dinner. This was a special. For dinner. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us this whole time and coming back for another episode. You know where you can find us on all the socials. Get in touch. Get involved. We've had some pretty fun posts out lately that have garnered some beauty comments from some people, and we always enjoy chirping back. So you can find us in all the majors, of course, at Chummy Thumbs. Just pick your favorite. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, to our podcast. And until next week,
stay with us.
Thumbin.
Worst outro ever.